you from my living room with my son David. And me and David gonna talk about Christianity today. And you know, that well, explain, David. Explain what we're talking about today. We were just talking this morning. I said, David, I want you to say this on my live. We're gonna talk about Christ. And he gonna break it down for you. I'm gonna show you how intelligent my son is. Go ahead, David. You got the floor. Introduce yourself.
You already know who I am, man. But we was just talking about how basically history repeats itself. Like I got into an argument with somebody that, I'm not racist at all. I don't really, I don't care what color Jesus is, but we all know he's not a Caucasian man, and for some reason people just think that he is. But basically, what we was talking about is that history repeats itself. Like Dr. King, Malcolm X, and Jesus. Like I always use those references because if you don't know, like the Romans killed Jesus, right? And basically they were the police of, what I'm saying? They was the police of that time. And they were conquering the world with Alexander the Great.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine a black man, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, preaching to his people about positivity, saying that he's the son of God, he holds all this power. And imagine a black man during that time with the Romans. It's basically the same thing that happened with Dr. King and Malcolm X.
Hold on, David, real quick. Can all of you hear me? Miss Evelyn says she can't hear me. Can you all hear us? I'm not going to show my face this morning because I'm not prepared. But David came over this morning, he he just walks in the house like, bruh, man. And he came in and we just started talking about Christ. And I said, no, we have to get this on video. This is what I talk about with my children. I don't talk about rap music and who shot John. We talk about Christ. Okay, go ahead, David. They say they can hear us.
All right, y'all already know I'm nervous, so I'm not
No,
even,
he's not.
I'm camera shy. I know a lot of y'all be watching and all that.
No, he's not.
Yeah, like I said, I'm just talking about Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Like how history repeats
Talk up,
itself.
David. Talk up.
They can hear me?
They said a little bit. They said your voice is soft. Okay.
So I said I was just talking about Jesus, how history repeats itself. You feel me? Like I had got into it with a woman about Jesus being white. No, I'm not racist at all. You feel me? So I really don't care what color Jesus is. But what we not gonna do is like not acknowledge it. You feel me? We're not going to act like they don't describe him in the Bible, even if it was just a vision. Bronze, his feet was bronze and his hair was white like wool or something. You know what I'm saying? But we're not going to look past that and just act like he's a white man. What I was telling my mom, like during that time, the Romans were like the police of Nazareth, wherever Jesus was at. I don't know, where was he at, Mom?
Jerusalem.
Jerusalem. So like Alexander the Great was like conquering the land at that time. So it's the same thing like Dr. King and Malcolm X. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a man preaching to his people about positivity.
Right.
He's a black man and the white man didn't like it. So they hunt him down. They used money to bribe his people to sell him out, who was Judas.
Judas.
You know what I'm saying? You have Malcolm X, the people in the crowd talking about get out my pocket. You had Dr. King, the people that was around him set him up.
Same thing as Jesus.
And a white man go pay all the people around you to trade on you for that money. And the same thing happened to Jesus. That's how I know for a fact Jesus wasn't white. Because if Jesus was a white man, they would have praised him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They're not going to. The way that Jesus died,
they mutilated him.
Was something like if y'all never heard of the Shroud of Turin, look it up. The Shroud of Turin, Tourin. It's the most what do they call it? Examined artifact in the world. You know what I'm saying? And it's an image of Jesus, and it's a black man, and they just found it like 5 years ago. It date way back to when Jesus was crucified, and yeah, man, it's a sad thing, but you can definitely see it's a black man on the image.
Yeah, what he's saying is, if you think about it, That's why I want him to say this today. And the reason he's bringing this up because he has arguments with people online trying to take away Christ's identity. We already know. We see the pictures. You know, we see the images. We see who they praise. What's his name, David?
Caesar Borgia. Caesar Borgia.
Caesar Borgia is that white man that's on that picture. And he's a pedophile. This is what people don't understand. They're praising a pedophile. That is not the image of Christ. So people want us to believe that this white man is the savior. And that's what they do all the time. They want to put this false narrative in our minds and brainwash us to believe their royalty over us. And this is not being racist. This is being real. And this is what's wrong with a lot of people. They think we're being racist when we speak like this, but it's the truth. No, I had these arguments before. Anytime you bring up the truth, they call you a racist. You know, they hate the truth.
It's not racist.
It's facts. It's real. If you look in Revolution, is it Revolution? The book of Revelation. See, I be getting mixed up. Revelations. Revolutions is my boy church. Revelation is my boy church. But if you look in Revelations, it would tell you his description, correct? Is that the book is in? The description of Christ? Help me out, Kanique. Is that the book? Because Kanique know the word real well.
Bronze feet, wool, hair like wool.
They describe who he is. And yet, we so brainwashed, we'll read his description and turn around and put the white Jesus on our wall. Like it don't matter. And people tell me this too. His description don't matter. I said, okay, so just say I describe you. You a black woman. And I say you a white girl with blonde hair and blue eyes. So if somebody see you walking down the street, would they know you are Kanique? Would they know who you are? If I describe you as a blonde hair, blue-eyed person and you a black woman. So his description does matter. Your identity does matter. You cannot strip people from their identity and say it's okay because they made it that way. So this is what we're talking about today. What's his name again? Boris? Caesar Borgia is the name of the white Jesus. That's the name of the white Jesus.
This what irritate me the most is that when you say Jesus is black, when you bring up that scripture in the Bible when they describe him, people want to deny it. Like the person I was talking to, they want to say, "Oh, you actually believe that part of the Bible, but you believe in 98% of the Bible,
right?
But you don't want to believe this 2% that's telling you that this man is clearly has brown skin. I don't know if he's an African man like us. All I know is that he's a man of color. No matter if he was Middle Eastern, he might look like Nipsey Hussle. You know what I'm saying? I just know he wasn't a white man. And think about it, man. I know, well, it's a lot of black people that follow my mom, right? So, what white man gonna die for you like that? You know, white man gonna die for everybody in the world like that. I've never met. I know white people. I like white people. I got white friends, but I know ain't no white man go sit here and die for every race, every person in the world. I don't feel like they have the heart for that.
No, they hate us. They hate us. So why would they lay their life down for us? And like you said, Jerusalem. Go back in history and show me one white person who was in Jerusalem. Let me tell you why I know it wasn't a white man there. Because they can't stand the sun. They didn't have that lotion to keep their skin from peeling. They can't stand the sun. Our people, melanin in their skin, we can endure anything. And that's how we're made. And I think that's what makes people hate us because we're made for the struggle. We made for the sun. We made to go through anything. And he said we are in his image. Now, what David just said, think about it. Jesus said we're in his image, right? What happened to Dr. King? What happened to Malcolm X? Anybody of power trying to do something positive, the people destroy them. They destroy Jesus.
It's the same thing. Man.
It's the same thing. History.
Jesus was Malcolm X and Dr. King back then, but he actually showed his power.
Yes.
He actually showed he could make a blind man see. You know,
yes.
They're really doing these things, and then a white man like, man, we gotta find this Jesus of Nazareth. and they got the closest person to him to sell him out.
Yahshua, that's his name. It's the
Yeshua.
name. It's the name. Yeah, that's his name. Absolutely, because Jay wasn't even in existence
Mhm.
at that time, so his name is not Jesus.
Yeshua.
It's Yahshua. So you correct. That's another lie. You know, why do you think they had overseers over the slaves when they? Because slaves, all they knew was to pray and praise. So they had the overseer sit in church because they didn't want the slaves to know the truth. They would make them preach, "Thou shalt not kill," because they didn't want the slaves to wake up to do to them what they were doing to the slaves. So they made sure they brainwashed them and said, you know, Jesus said in the word of God that you're not supposed to kill. So that's why they didn't fight back, because they didn't want to go against the word of God. And yet they were doing that to us every day. So you have to use discernment when you listen to the word, listen to anybody tell you anything, because they would get in your mind and make you think something that's not even there. Because people wonder, why did all them slaves didn't fight back? Because all they knew was Christ. All they knew was prayer and praise. And if they're telling you thou shalt not kill, they're not going to kill. But see, things have changed, and now they look at us like we some runaway slaves. We disobedient because people didn't woke up.
See what happened? What happened was, man, like after Jesus died, and what he say? Did he say he was go? He said he was go destroy a temple or something like that when he came back.
Okay.
Something when he rose again. They witnessed him rise again, but what they did, they was like, man, we can't praise no, like he actually is the Son of God. When they actually witnessed him rise again,
Mm-hmm.
so they like, okay, we can't praise no black. You know what I'm saying? So they made him white. They just
Yes.
they whitewashed him.
They whitewashed
They
him.
know he was real. He was a real person, and when they killed him, and he showed them like, yeah, this is really what I am. They changed him.
They never want to see a black man in power in no form. They whitewashed Statue of Liberty. If you look at the original Statue of Liberty in New York, her feet is bronze. They made her a white woman. They whitewashed her. So being truthful and telling your kids the truth is not racist. And this is why I tell everybody, your mother is your first teacher. Your father is your first teacher. You do not depend on the school system to teach your children, because they're lying to your children. All the way back to Christopher Columbus did not find America. You know what I'm saying? So you must teach your kids at home. And now I'm starting to believe that's the better teaching. Homeschool your kids, because they're not teaching these kids nothing. If you pay attention to society now, we were just talking about this morning too. These kids are so dumbfounded, and I'm not being funny. From I say 30 down, they so dumbfounded. All they do is hold his phone, and they love drama. They love TikTok. They love the toxic music. They don't even know what a love song sound like. They don't have no love in them. They don't have no God in them. And it's because you all are letting society brainwash your children. When I grew up, the neighbors could discipline you. Now, if I walk out and check one of these kids, I might get shot. Because they don't have no fear of God. They don't even know who he is. A lot of the children will say this: I don't believe in that man. He took my sister. He took my cousin. Because so many of them dying on the streets. But they don't realize it's written. A
You wanna
disobedient child days will be
you wanna
shortened.
know why the neighbors can't discipline no more? Cause it ain't no more. There's no more elders. Like grannies is 30 years old now, 40. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't got no more big mamas that sit on the porch, watch over the kids in the neighborhood. Like that time is dead. Like my mom is a young, well, she ain't a young granny, but like
I'm
I
young.
had a big mama. You know what I'm saying? Then we had
My
another
mother.
big mama down the street. You know what I'm saying? So whenever anything go down, yes ma'am, yes this, yes that. But these young kids, they seeing these moms that's super young, maybe 10, 12 years older than them. You know what I'm saying?
They
Like
say
who
you
gonna
my
listen to
twin.
them? Who gonna listen to them? Everybody gonna listen to them, man.
Now we're gonna switch the subject just a little bit. I'm about to ask David something. He didn't even know I'm about to ask him this, but he's good at this. David, why do you think these kids are failing today?
What you mean?
They out of order. They just disrespectful. The girls are just, I can't even describe the girls.
think it's the phones, man, the music.
Now, what's the main thing you told me this
Oh
morning?
yeah, they ain't got no dads, man.
Say it louder.
They ain't got no fathers.
Why you don't think they have fathers?
Cause a real, I'm talking about a father, not a dad. Like you could be a dad, but a dad and a father is two different things. You know what I'm saying? I'm a father to my daughter. I put structure in her. All I gotta do is give her that look, and she go tighten up. You know what I'm saying? That's a father. A dad go come around here and there. He might drop some money here and there. You barely see your dad, but a lot of these dudes don't have fathers. You know what I'm saying? And
Did you have one?
no.
So
I mean,
who?
my mom's is a good. My mom was the best mother she could be. You feel me? But it's hard to be a real true father. She could play the dad role. She could keep, you know what I'm saying, give me structure and everything. But there's nothing like a real father. You feel me?
So tell them just a little bit about your mom. What kind of mother was I? Did I drink? Did I smoke? Did I party?
No, she ain't. She didn't do none of that. When she did drink, she was speaking fluent Spanish. I don't know where it
Shut
came
up,
from.
David.
I'm telling y'all, I don't know where it came from. She was drinking tequila, and she started speaking fluent Spanish like she was from Mexico. I don't know where it came from.
How many times was that, David?
You did it once.
See.
That's the crazy part. Like, and we was drinking. This one we stayed in a little Mexico neighborhood. Like we had a bunch of Hispanic family for real, and they gave my mom drinks, and she was speaking fluent. They understood it. It was crazy.
I think they was drunk too. They just didn't know what I was saying. They was agreeing with me, David.
That was crazy.
But what have you always seen me do every single day of your life? What did I do for my kids growing up? What did you see your mom do?
Go to work.
Go to work. I went to work every single day of my kids' life. I did not allow a man to dictate my flow. Did you? You didn't have a father, but was it like a big void? Because I always made do. And then what did you have to replace your father that stayed with you from, I think,
I had a stepdad.
you had a stepdad, but no, what did you really have?
A grandpa.
A grandpa. My daddy was the bomb.
But this the thing, man. I know, like I said, my mom played a huge role, but I always would, I wanted to play sports in high school.
Can y'all get my likes up, please? Please take a time and push the thumbs up. Because what reason I'm showing my son, my other son is in the other room. He camera shy for real. Gino, shut up, David. He don't want to get on camera. He's David's baby brother. He's 5 years younger, and he falls in that group of these young folks. You know, he's 25. So David is more seasoned because he's 31. But I'm showing David because a lot of women.
31?
David don't even know how old he is. Do y'all know he called me the other day and said, "Mom, how old am I?" Did he go say, "I'm 31, I'm a loser"?
I'm too old, bro. It's crazy.
David, shut up.
You know how you say your whole life you're supposed to be rich, and then you think about your
You're
age.
only 31.
Man,
Start following these people that does all these investments and stuff and learn from the
these
best.
NBA players that's 18 with 30 million.
Do y'all know my son should have been in the NBA? David was cold work since he was like 2. He could shoot threes. He was cold work on that court. And he's not even tall. He was like the Spud Webb. Everybody wanted David on their team from a little boy. He just second guessed himself and didn't want to play. But anywho, reason I'm showing David is because I have so many black women who go up against me and say there's no good black men. I have one sitting on my sofa right now that I raised. This is why I don't go against black men and I call black men kings, because I know their potential.
Now, there are good. This the thing. You got good and bad people. I don't think I'm not gonna sit here and just say there's no good black women. Like I know it's a good, quiet church girl, black woman out there that could be a wife. You know what I'm saying? But the problem is, y'all, when people say that, they don't go for the good people. They're not attracted to good people.
Right.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I could sit here and say there ain't no good girls. That's because a good girl I don't catch my eye. You know, I don't want no girl that wear a long dress that cover her body completely and just wear glasses and read books all day. That's boring to me. I like girls that's more exciting to be around.
He
And
like
that's
thoughts.
yeah, that's a lot of people though. Y'all like the in your younger days. I don't know how old y'all is, but pretty sure y'all like the bad boys, the more popular guys, etc. You know, the good people don't. I don't want to say turn you on, but they don't really catch your eye. How you know what I'm saying? Until it's too
Kanik
late.
said keep it real. But see, Kanik, a lot of people can't keep it real. They like those kind of people. They attract those kind of people. And when that kind of person show you who they really are, they complain and say they're no good. But that's the kind of men that most of these women like. They like the bad boys. You know, they like the players and the pimps. They like the drug dealers, you know. And when they get that, they want, you know what it is? They want to take them kind of people and make them a husband and mold them to be a submissive person and do what they say. But it don't work that way. You're not gonna get a street dude to come in there and stay at home all day, be your kid's stepdaddy. And when they don't do that, you're mad. Now you got a baby by this street dude, and now you complaining.
The what y'all gotta start doing is dating medium ugly people.
What?
That's what
What
y'all
the
got.
hell?
The reason why I say that is because like people is as loyal as their options. If you pull the guy that every girl want, you know what I'm saying? Like this the most handsome dude in your city, and every girl want him, you cannot truly believe this man gonna be loyal. If we all get into one argument, he's definitely gonna sleep with somebody. You know what I'm saying? You gotta date somebody medium ugly that don't really have options.
Who? Okay, who is medium ugly that's famous
Like, dude,
that you can compare them
no
to?
homo. I'm gonna say I don't wanna. I don't go that way.
No Diddy.
But a medium ugly dude, celebrity. I don't know, man.
What about female?
A medium ugly female.
I don't know what medium ugly is, y'all. So who is medium ugly, David?
I can't even think of a medium ugly female right now.
That's famous.
Cause they all wear makeup, so they all be looking beautiful for real. You don't know what they really look like.
You talking about like Whoopi Goldberg
No, that ain't medium ugly. Yeah, well, I mean, young Whoopi.
when she was younger?
Maybe young Whoopi. You know what I'm saying? Something like that.
Okay, so they don't want.
You know, TT off of Set It Off. That's she alright. She beautiful, but she ain't amazing. You know what I'm saying? She's a you know.
She's really pretty, especially she just played that role.
Yeah, it ain't no like I don't know, man.
So you need a medium ugly girl so she won't cheat on you.
I think everybody cheat.
So everybody, oh here you go. He finna start a whole other subject.
I mean,
Everybody
everybody
cheat.
cheat in some degree. It could be a text. It could be you know, flirting. Everybody cheat in some degree.
Cause you cheat don't mean everybody else cheat, David.
You could have this. You got the discipline to not actually go to 100 miles with them, but you know what I'm saying. But everybody.
Well, what makes people cheat? Since they said black men ain't no good, so you sitting here telling them that all men cheat. I don't see that.
I ain't saying all men cheat. No, of course not. If you find the love of your life and y'all, it's possible. Like, you know, I feel like all relationships not perfect though. No, there's no perfect relationship.
Okay, I do have a question. Do you meet a lot of girls as a young guy that has ready-made families and they have all these demands? They expect, see, this is what Kevin Samuels used to talk about. They expect all these high-value men to cater to them and do what they say and come in and save them. And then that's where no good black men come in because they feel like there's nobody worthy of them. But what do you think about that situation?
So you said the woman want a man to come in and do what?
Play stepdaddy, save them, have all this money. They want all these demands. And then they say men ain't no good. They can't find no good black men. But they have ready-made families already.
Yeah, I mean, women like that, you gotta accept the fact that.
Yes, it's my son.
You gotta accept the fact that no matter who you find out there in the world, and if they have less kids than you, you're bringing baggage, no matter what it is. So you can't have all these demands like you're a single woman with no kids, you got a nice body, you got your own stuff. Like you're bringing baggage to this man. So if this man is stepping in to help you out, you gotta feel like grateful for that. I'm not saying be a slave to him, but you definitely should, like, you know what I'm saying, let him know that you appreciate him. You don't gotta argue with him 24 because he doesn't have to be here. Like, you already have a baby father, and in that man mind, he gonna be like, why do I have to sit here and deal with this mess? These not my children. We're not married. Like,
Right.
you know, he's doing you a favor. To be honest, I hate to say it like this. Some women do men a favor. Some
Hey,
women.
Miss Lorraine. Miss Lorraine said hi, David.
How you doing, Miss Lorraine? But yeah, man, that's what it is.
We're talking, Miss Lorraine, about, we started off talking about Christ because David had an encounter on his channel with a woman arguing with him about the color, the who Christ was and where he's from, and whitewashing him. And then we start talking about
You
relationships.
know, relationships is very popular. I don't know why this is like. If you want to make a YouTube channel, make it about relationships. You gonna be rich. You good. Everybody that make relationship channels is taking off, man. I don't know why.
You know why relationship channels is big to talk about? You know why I get a lot of views on relationship subjects? It's because there are so many people who don't know who they are. There's so many people looking for someone else to save them. So many people want people to change their life because they didn't have a father. The bottom line is the main ingredient to a successful person outside of the mother is the father. And a lot of these women feel like they don't need a man, and it hurts their children. Like, I think I was the bomb mother, the bomb. But when my sons got older, you hear him talking, his dad was avoiding his life. But in my eyes, I was the bomb.
Can I speak on that though?
Yes.
And I don't blame the women for saying that they don't need a man because I don't think women naturally feel like they don't need a man. It started off by their dad not being in their life. You know what I'm saying? Now she's trying to figure out her own way. She see all her friends got fathers and dads, and she trying to make her own way. So she grow up thinking that, okay, I don't need my dad. So then she get out here and find a man that she get pregnant by, and they break up. She find a new guy to talk to, and that the baby father don't want to have nothing to do with the kid because he's in his ways, he's jealous, he's tender about it. So now he don't want to deal with his kid. So now she's like, I don't need a man. So now it's just nobody is born thinking they don't need the other gender. You just, you know what I'm saying, things happen in their life to make them feel that way.
But I look at it this way: how you know what you don't need if you never had one? In their mind, they say that because they never had one, so they don't miss something they never had.
Man that say that.
Now I see women say it all the time. I don't need a man, but they never had a real man, so they feel they talking about a boy.
That's the problem.
They should say I don't need a boy in my life. They keep saying a man. Everybody is not a little boy.
So who's a real man?
My daddy was a real man. You know a real man.
That's hard to find.
No, it's not. It's still a lot of good men running around here.
Man. Ain't no real man out here.
Let me tell you about David. Let me tell y'all about David. Do y'all remember the Five Heartbeats? The movie The Five Heartbeats? Do y'all remember Choir Boy?
Oh my God.
This is what I compare David to. David is Choir Boy. He used to be the little brother and cousin that all he did was technology. He was like a genius. He was Elon Musk when he was little. He was the one with the fat cheeks and told everything, and he would be in his room all day playing video games.
I was plotting on everybody.
No, he wasn't plotting. He was the cute little baby with no teeth for 5 years.
How was Michael Jackson?
Let me tell you about David.
Michael was the baby.
He don't want me to tell y'all. Look at it. He don't want me to tell.
Listen, Michael was the baby. He was quiet. It's always the babies, man.
But he grew up with number girls, all his cousins, so he was the only boy. In every picture, he's smiling with these big cheeks with no teeth because he knocked his teeth out early. So he had no teeth for like 5 years. But anyway, his sister and cousin friends used to come around, and all the boys used to be like, David, lucky. He in a house with nothing but girls. David couldn't stand them. As long as they didn't bother him, come in his room, he didn't give a dang about his sister and cousin friends. So one day, I don't know how it happened, David came out the room like Choir Boy. He had on a robe, and he said, call me Rock.
I ain't never.
Everybody was looking like, what happened to David? I don't know what happened to David. But he turned from Choir Boy into Rock. And I think what really happened to David, He used to be so faithful and loyal until he got his heart broke. And
That's
this is what a
every
lot of the women
that's
don't
every man.
understand.
That's every man.
They faithful and loyal to some woman, hurt them, and then they feel like if I can't beat them, join them. So David's attitude changed. He went from being this loyal, down to earth, giving a girl everything, catering to her, being like his grandpa, into being rock. He just don't give a dang no
Are there
more.
any men watching right now?
Yeah, be men on here. I just don't see all of them right now. Yeah, one of them, somebody just said they want you to meet somebody very special.
Hey, listen, man. To all the men in here, keep it.
Dale,
Be honest. What up, bro? We all
Gino, you'll come say hi?
Hmm?
You'll come say hi in my camera.
No, I just woke up.
So?
we all started out loyal.
That's my other
We
son.
all started out in love until that girl broke our heart. I don't care who it is, because yeah, man, every man started out like I didn't dated so many. I was loyal to like 3 girls in my life, like super loyal, thinking I was gonna get married. The first one was my baby mother. There was 2 other beautiful girls. You know what I'm saying? They did me wrong, bro. So why would I keep? What you be saying all the time?
What?
Insanity is a person.
Oh, to keep doing the same thing, expecting different
Yeah,
results.
if I'm keep being loyal, like what I'm.
But you cannot compare that situation to everybody you meet.
I'm not gonna be dirty to every woman I meet, though. I mean, if she's showing me that she really love me and stuff like that, yeah,
You're lying.
I'm walking on eggshells.
Okay, say you meet a beautiful
What's
woman.
that matter?
Okay, you with a dedicated girl, love you to death, and you at an event, and another girl that's beautiful cutting into you, give you her phone number. You ain't gonna take it?
Nah,
That took too long, David.
nah,
So you won't cheat.
nah. Because what I've learned with cheating, man, like girls fall in love. There's no such thing as cheating with a girl for like a girl gonna mess with you because she
Hello,
really
Doris.
like you. You know
Dolores.
what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Like a woman go mess with you because she really like you most of the time. A dude could just sleep with a girl and be like, "Don't ever call me again." It don't matter how beautiful she is.
Yeah,
But
that's
a woman
true.
gonna catch feelings, and then she gonna interrupt your household. You could be a married man. She's going to cause chaos, and it's because you slept with this woman.
Yeah.
And
A little girl here just got murdered behind that. The married man was cheating with her, and she went to the house, and he took her out of here because he wanted to cheat, but he didn't want to interfere his home. She was just a play toy in the streets, but see, women in their mind, they think I'm going to replace this
They trying to
person.
steal you. They trying to steal
Yes.
you from that woman. They're not just trying to sleep with you because you look good. They want to steal you.
They want what she had. But this what I say about women. They always say men are cheaters and liars, but these same kind of women that sleep with your husband. And it's like, okay, you want respect, but you would take somebody else's husband and destroy somebody's entire home and then turn around and say men ain't no good, but you do it every day. Half these women that go out with these men and get these DMs, these men have women. And they don't care. As long as they can get the red bottoms, they can get the $500 steaks, they can get flown out somewhere. They do not care about destroying your home. And when I say this, women get mad at me because I call them out. And then they get on podcasts that dog men, and they have these podcast pity parties, dogging out men. But see, what's his name? Kevin, the rapper.
Kevin,
He always speak good.
yeah, Kevin Gates.
Kevin Gates. Kevin Gates said until people start putting their children above their needs, we got to always have a fallen community. And what that mean is a woman will put a father out because the father don't desire her no more, and take the father out of that child's life because he don't want her no more. So she destroys her children, and that's why we have a fallen community. Because the mother always put her needs before her kids. She looking at what she desire, not what her children needs.
So you saying a woman should deal with a cheating man because they have kids, so they could just have an open relationship and stay in the same house?
It don't have to be them dealing with each other. They could be friends. Like I knew a
You know
family.
what I'm saying? Staying in the same house?
I knew a family did that. He lived in the basement. I ain't saying this is what you should do, but he lived in the basement and she lived upstairs. They had the agreement that This how selfish she was. She can bring dudes in the house, but he couldn't. He had to go outside and date because they wasn't together. But he wanted to be able to be there for his children. He didn't want another man to raise his kids. So the agreement was, I'm not leaving my kids. You can do what you want to do. He said it was many a days he heard her upstairs with a dude and he ate it. He said, because it wasn't about me. It was about my children having me in the home to raise them. To be that man they needed. It was Chris.
I can't do
He
it.
said to be the man they needed me to be. And then I know another guy that's real dear to me. He stayed married to a person until his children were grown because he didn't want nobody else around his daughters.
He didn't want to be on child support.
Shut up, David.
That's what it was.
No, he know how people touch kids. So he feel like I don't want no other brother around my kids. But when they got in high school, he got ghosts. He still paid child support. He got ghosts because he said I couldn't take it no more. So I left, but I made sure I was present in their life every single day. I let people know who I was. I showed my face. I came up to the schools. I was there. I was present. See, a lot of these brothers, y'all get so mad and y'all don't want to deal with the drama of her mouth that you forget about your seed. And your seed sometime end up on that sidewalk getting picked up by the morgue because you felt like you couldn't deal with the mama.
I mean, you can still be a dad outside the house, though. You don't have to.
If she let you.
That's the system part, though. Why did they give women all that power? Like, oh, this not my baby too. Like, it's, you know, if she let me.
It's sad, but you know what? What did I tell you to do and didn't it work?
Yeah, you gotta go down there and fight.
I told him he couldn't see his daughter for like 3 months. He was miserable.
I just hate the fact that I have to go down there and fight for something that I created 50-50.
Because the system.
It shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't be. I know the mom carried for 9 months, but I carried for 23 years. It's always in me. I always got babies in me. You know what I'm saying? That's what they don't understand.
He said the truth. The child is the seed of his father, and society wants women to believe. No, thank you for the love, Miss Janice. The child is the seed of the father. Somebody else gave me $10 a minute ago. Thank you so much. But a woman can't carry nothing, right? Just think about that logic. A woman can't carry nothing. Somebody got to put something in her to carry. The seed comes from the father. So if you just say, if this is why I say, if you are biracial, say your mom is white, your dad is black. You a black person. If your dad is white and your mom is black, you a white person. You the seed of your father. And people are like, that ain't true. It is true. Because the seed comes from him. It came from a white man. It came from a black man.
Like, but you still you're mixed.
You're mixed, but you're the seed.
Your
You
mom bloods and the chromosome, all that scientific stuff, it all come together. So we basically women and men need each other to make a baby. Period. It doesn't take one person, but the government, they want to be the father. They want to replace the father.
They did replace him.
It's a double win for the government when you get that child support, because like.
Get my likes up, please, people. Push the like button. Thank you.
It's a double win because what they gonna do is replace the father. They gonna have him paying $600 a month in child support. If he don't pay in child support, he gonna be in debt, which is gonna lock him up. They get paid for him being locked up. So it don't matter. Like, if you go with the government, and you just go destroy the man that you once loved and that y'all had a kid with. Y'all can hate each other, but I feel like no woman should lock the man up unless he's just a terror. He don't want to see the kid. He want to do with the kid. No, those are the type of dudes that deserve that.
Okay, Kiwi said, men don't know how we carry. I think she was trying to say I had twins and that she didn't get the money she deserved. Kiwi, let me say this, because Kiwi is one of the people I mentor. She called.
Asking it, I mean, you used to keep reading the comments. I want to start responding.
Okay, Kiwi is one of the people that calls me personally, and I speak to Kiwi. And I haven't been able to talk to you lately, Kiwi, but I'll get back with you. But what she's saying is that she was a single mom and she went through hell and the dad wasn't a great dad. I understand all that, Kiwi, but until we as women get in our mind that raising a child is not about money, it helps a great deal, but we cannot put a dollar tag on our kids.
What she means she didn't get paid enough?
I guess he didn't pay he wasn't paying child support and she struggled, you know.
Did she put him on child support?
I'm for sure she did. But if you ain't got nothing, you can't get juice out of a turnip. You can go
But
down there all day long and press child support, but if
my
he ain't got nothing,
my dad owed thousands,
he owed
but
me $65,000.
and he will keep a under the he always had under the table job, so
He's a DJ.
they can't touch his money. You know what I'm saying? So
His dad sneaks into Michigan to, to hang out with his boys because they have a federal warrant out for him, and I didn't do it. He kept making arrangements and he failed the arrangements to the point they don't want arrangements no more. They want time now. So if he ever come across some money, I get 65,000 off the back because I was the kind of mother I wasn't on the system.
65,000.
Yes, 65,000. David, 31 years old. He paid 5 years of the 31 years, and that's it. Then he made a lot of broken promises. But you know the kind of mother I was, Kiwi. I never put poison into David's head. I will always say, "That's your dad." I would send him to Chicago in the summertime. I kept contact with his family, and this is what I used to do. I am the type of person, I don't tell kids something I'm not capable of doing. Their fathers used to do that. So I have a backup plan. I don't know if David remembered this. His dad promised him to take him school shopping. After he left Chicago, I'm gonna take you school shopping. He had just got married, and I'm gonna do this and that and this. I saved the money and I wrote down everything that David told his dad he wanted for school. I was on the phone. I wrote down everything. His dad didn't follow through. So David would run to the mailbox every day hoping his shipment would come. So one day he got out of school. I said, "You know what, David?" I said, "We finna go school shopping." And he said, "We are." I bought everything he wanted on that list. And he wondered, did his dad do it? I never would answer him. Did my dad send you the money? I would just say, "What else did you want?" I bought everything on that list because I didn't want him to hate his father. I didn't want him to grow up and hate his dad. To this day, when Dave says something, sometimes he says something slick. And I check him. That's still your dad. So I don't know him like that's still your dad. You gonna respect him.
My dad, man, he cool dude.
I said sometimes you slip up and
Cool
say,
nigga.
stop calling him a nigga. You
Yeah.
sometimes he slip up and say, but he love his dad. Y'all think he's my twin? No, that's his daddy all day long. Disco David from Chicago, Illinois. He's a DJ on Austin. And he's his twin. They identical. They look like they could be twin brothers. He loved his father because I would not let him not love his father. So all you women that's mad and vindictive about your kid's dad and what they didn't do, that's irrelevant. That's their daddy. What he didn't do for you and what he did to you don't matter. I want my kids to love their dads.
Ask your girl, what kind of dude was he when she met him?
Kiwi, what kind of guy was your kid's father when you met him? Was he a good guy? That's what I want to know. For everybody on here, the guy that did you wrong, was he a good guy from the beginning? Just put yes or no.
He probably lied, bro. A lot of dudes be lying, man. They play a role until they get in the fan.
I was just going to answer I was going to answer my own question. Let me tell you. The ones that turn bad on you, that's what's always in them. People they introduce their representative to you. You meet people representative. You don't meet the original person for probably 6 months, maybe. So that's why you cannot fall all in. You cannot be bringing a dude home from the club, my sister, and move him in on Sunday and make him your kid's daddy on Monday because you're meeting his representative. You're not meeting him. Of course, he ain't gonna walk up to you and say, "I'm a pimp. I'm a player. I beat women." You ain't gonna see that for a minute.
You know what's a lost art in women though?
What?
From my generation,
What
they
is?
don't make you wait no more.
No, they don't.
You could have. They'll sleep with you because you're popular or you got money. Like the first night y'all get together, if she find you attractive, she's going to go. You know what I'm saying? Women don't make you sit there and wait and call her and see what she doing. Like you gotta have that power over a man for him to want you. You know what I'm saying? You can't just give yourself away.
Thank you for saying that. Thank you, because I just talked about Megan Good and Jonathan Major. Everybody seen that video, right? What did I just say? Megan Good makes her men wait. If you watch Jonathan Major face before marriage,
That man is goofy.
no, before marriage though, when he acting all like he didn't like Megan, He never smiled. People was like he just using her. Everybody thought that until the wedding day. She slept with him. Now he crying on national TV saying it's the best day of his life. He's so in love because she made him
It'd be
wait.
the best day of my life too.
He made him wait.
That's amazing.
So a lot of men would say this. Women live in la la land thinking a man go wait. I'm not saying he go wait for you and not be with somebody else. I'm not saying he ain't gonna do nothing.
He definitely gonna do something.
He gonna probably tip off, but still, with your self respect, do you? You ain't touching me. I mean, that's still your self respect. But see, most women give in because they don't want this man sleeping with somebody else. But he's still gonna be curious about you. So if he wants you, he gonna do what Jonathan Major did. He gonna put that ring on it.
It's gonna drive him crazy. Imagine a man that get all the women in the world, and you got one girl that's like, nah, you gotta wait. That's gonna drive that man insane. He go, you go empty his pockets.
Anticipation. It's
Right.
anticipation. It's like Christmas. I wonder what gift I got under the tree. I wonder what my mama bought me. That's the same thing. I wonder what she like.
Just like if you're a beautiful woman and you get all the attention from every dude at your workplace, and it's that one handsome guy that don't say nothing, he don't say hi to you.
Right.
That's the guy that you want. You go think about him all the time because he's indifferent. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be different, man.
That's true because as a woman, I done been places and you would see all these people around, these dudes trying to talk to you. You see this one attractive, he had to take off for a minute. You see a one attractive person, don't even look at you. Turn his head and stuff. You think something wrong with you. You go in the bathroom, you checking your lipstick. And, do I look okay? Did my outfit look funny? You think something wrong with you because that one person is not giving you that attention. But see, he's so self-confident and love himself. He feel like, I ain't got to cater to you. Shit, you like me, ask me my name. And it's men like that. They feel the same way about themselves as women, and we feel like something wrong with us because they're not giving us that time. Or your friend walk up to him and say, hey, my girl feeling you, and he said, no, I'm good. Your whole soul is crushed. You think something wrong with you. Your self-esteem and fell to your feet. But that's somebody that feel like I know my worth, my value. I didn't come here to holler at no women. I came here to have a good time. So that's how that happens a lot of times. But yeah, let me see somebody else say. I put a trash bag. Wait, I put in a trash bag. What, Kiwi? I put in a trash bag looking awesome. I don't know what Kiwi said. Dell said, waiting is winning. Yes. And it ain't that you just being vindictive and feel like, oh, you gonna wait for me. Don't have that attitude. Just let a person know what it is. Like, hey, I've been hurt too many times, or I just think I'm not the kind of person that just give my soul to people. I have to know who you are before we have a soul tie. You know, I want to get to know you as a person from the inside out. And we don't need all that. If you need all that, you're not here for me. You here to meet me. So we need to get to know each other. The reason why y'all get dogged is exactly what David said. You don't make a man wait to get to know you. You just jump into bed with him thinking, I'm going to take him from old girl, or all these girls in here want him. I'm going to take him home and I'm going to give him the business. And you going to get dogged. Because that one girl in the club that didn't give him that opportunity, you didn't give him the business, he's still chasing her. He still want to know what she about. And you done did everything, and he's still chasing her.
Everybody want what they can't have, man.
Everybody want what they can't have. That's why they say like the person who like you. What you think about that?
Hey, that's real. You never date somebody that. I mean, I feel like that worked for men. Like, you don't want to date. You don't want to date somebody where you gotta spend money all the time. Every time y'all link with each other, she asking y'all what y'all about to do today. Like, if you find a girl that just be like, she just want to order pizza and watch a movie at the crib, or go to Starbucks, something small. You ain't gotta take her on steak dinner. That's the girl you want to kick it with. You don't want to. You don't want no girl that you gotta take out of town and shop and all that.
Unless you want to.
I mean, unless you want to, but it shouldn't be something that you have to do every time y'all link up. That means she using you. A lot of things. I mean, a lot of dudes be just stupid. They just be. I don't know, man.
I look at it this way. If you meet somebody off the grip and you start spending money, you're buying that person. because now that's what they expect. If you don't sit there and get to know somebody who they are without spending money, you're buying them and they're using you. That's why I tell people your first date should be somewhere walking next to some water, because water brings clarity and serenity. Drink a cup of coffee, some calmness, so you all can just have a conversation. That's called taking somebody to the round table. You talking to a person and seeing where their mind is at, not where their pocket's at, their mind. Money shouldn't even come up on your first date.
That's how me and Glory was, you know.
Right. And then you start really feeling this person like, man, our conversation was so deep and we laughed for hours. Them the kind of relationships that last. But you taking somebody, you showing out, I'm finna spend $500 at Roof Crisp, and then we finna do this and that and this. Now, next, guess what? The next date, you got to beat that price. Because she done told all her friends what you did. So now you got to come bigger than that the next day. You got to show up with some red bottoms. So the whole dang on relationship, you buying this person. Would call me, Gina. Can y'all text her and tell I'm online? Can you go keep calling? Call her back.
I'm sorry, my little sister's an idiot.
Stop saying that, David.
I
Can
feel
y'all
like
still
this-
hear me?
I'm the only normal person or kid out of all the kids.
David, shut up. David think he's the only normal child I He's the second oldest out of four. He think he the only normal one. I don't know why, but he gets mad at his sisters because he's a man. His older sister, Shantia, y'all met her. She dated his friend. He was pissed. He was pissed. And then she cried about him. He wanted to just slap her into next Thursday. Because brothers and men see things we don't see. You know, they know how they friends are. I had a first cousin got mad because I talked to one of his friends. He fell out with his friend. He like, no, you can't talk to my cousin because you know why? He know what his friend be doing when he ain't around me or when they together. He know how his friend get down. But all I seen was a good guy. He looking like, no. I ain't gonna say his name. Quase didn't want me talking to one of his friends.
Oh, okay.
No, Quase didn't want me talking to one of his friends, and he got mad. Well, actually, it was two of his friends. You know, AD was his friend too. So he liked AD, but he said AD was out my league because I'm sit at home. I'm on my computer. I don't do much. AD was from Illinois. He was more in the street, but he ended up being a good dude. Provider. The guy AD, y'all, when I met him, he had 5 kids. He had just got out of prison. Him and his brother were roommates. Now you would think this a bad dude. Then he was in a gang back in Illinois. Thank you, Mercy. He was in a gang. But when he got out of prison, he came to Michigan, and his whole motive was to change his life. I caught him in the midst of changing his life. But if I would have prejudged him, I would have missed out on a good dude. Let me tell you real quick about him. He got out, he got 2 jobs. He said, I had to get 2 jobs because I know I had one I had to provide at home, and the other one was for my children. Now, this is a man with 4 kids' mothers and 5 children. He had 4 baby mamas. So I'm thinking, I ain't talking to him. Good looking dude, my cousin friend. When we decided to move together, this brother paid all my bills, even though I worked, and all his child support. Never missed a beat. And anytime Christmas came around or holidays, birthdays, he didn't just have 5 kids. He had 8 because I had 3. I remember he took the kids to get shoes. He bought 8 pair of Jordans, not 5. My kids became his kids, and I did not ask him to do this. He never missed a birthday, Christmas, nothing. And he tell people I have 8 kids. And the man took care of his children until they all became 18, and now he helped them with his grandkids. So prejudging people sometimes, you could be wrong because he never went back to prison. And guess what? This was, because I didn't have Legina then, this was almost 20 years ago. This brother still worked 2 jobs. His kids grown because now his other job for his grandkids and his godkids. He still worked 2 jobs. He don't sleep, he take naps. He is snap here or there because it's embedded in him. So if I would have prejudged this dude, oh, he ain't no good. He left them other women and he ain't this, and this. I would have missed out on a good dude. And was he a good father figure in your life, David, when he was around?
He was cool.
See, he didn't have nothing bad about him to say. He wasn't perfect, but he was there. And I remember him telling his dad one time before, man, don't tell little Dave something you can't do, man, because I can do it. He told him that. Don't tell him something you can't do, bro. I do it. He said, if you can't do it, let me know, and I'll see if I can do it. But don't make broken promises to your kids. And this was a thug gangbanger dude. So when y'all see these thugs on the streets and they banging and stuff, that don't mean they ain't good fathers. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean they ain't taking care of their kids. Because you can meet a corporate man, he could be the worst man you ever wanted to meet. My ex-husband was a educated man. And he mentally was a bad person. He was arrogant. He used his money to manipulate people. That don't make you valuable because you have an education and you have money. This is why a lot of educated women with money get left behind because of their attitude. They think they better than somebody. And that's not the case. That is not the case. Kanique said, just because a woman is good for one don't mean she's good for you. You're right. Because if you talk to AD ex-girlfriends who had the kids, they have a whole different story than I have. He was abusive and everything, but I caught him when he was changing his life. They caught him in his prime of his life when he wasn't shit. So they have a whole different perspective and story about what they went through than I do. They look at me like I'm crazy. Like, that ain't happened. Yes, it happened with me. It did. So that's why I tell people, life is not how you start, it's how you finish. You can start off wrong and change your whole narrative of your life. Like my brother. He did 30 years in prison. This brother don't miss a day at work now. This is a brother that never worked. He was a pimp. Never worked. Somebody see him now, he act like my daddy.
Get old, man. He ain't got the legs no more.
He ain't got the legs. Thank you so much, Miss Q. P.I., thank you so much. Let's get the likes up. Kanique said, let's get the likes up. Y'all know YouTube is messing with everybody's channel. I did some research. It's not just me. I've seen so many people saying YouTube taking thousands and thousands of their views away from them. So,
what kind of content would y'all want Nina to do? Would y'all want Nina to do more like interviews? Like, should she go on the streets and talk to random people?
Miss Lorraine said you look like Keita Oil.
Oh my God.
What kind of content would y'all like me to do? Because they know how I do. I do celebrity news because that's how I started. I got to keep it on celebrities. But sometimes I throw a monkey wrench like today, you know.
Like I feel like she should start going on like, you know, doing them random street interviews, asking people certain questions, just like we asking y'all today. But it'll just be like people in the world. It's entertaining though.
But I do that on a different channel because you cannot mix up your channel like that.
What you mean? You can do it on this. What do you talk about on this channel?
I talk about celebrities, but I always make it into real life situations.
There's a lot of this. The channel is Nina. Like you could pretty much post whatever for real. Like.
No, it's Unbreakable Strong Woman. I started off, y'all, the people that didn't know this, like Miss Lorraine started with me from day one. I started off as Unbreakable Strong Woman channel doing stuff like this. I wanted to motivate women. I wanted to help women think different. I wanted to help people build up their self-esteem so they don't need a man to make them happy, but you need a man in your life as a helpmate. You don't need a man to make you happy. So that's how I started. But then I got thrown out here in the celebrity, and that's what got me monetized. So everybody knew me about celebrity news. So what I do, I talk about the celebrities, but I have story time, and I make people laugh. And I'd say, well, Diddy did this, but guess what? My cousin did this, this, and this. Because, David, guess what I talked about the other day?
What?
Your cousin, Joseph. I told him about Joseph and the doll.
Oh, man.
I see, y'all don't think I'll be telling the truth. Man, we got stories.
Joseph hilarious, man.
Man, remember we pranked him? What'd he say? I ain't gay no more.
Yeah, Joseph crazy, man.
See, I talk about celebrities, but then I flip it into real life situations and I entwine it. Like I was talking about Angie Stone the other day, and I talked about Uncle Henry at grandma's funeral. So they like that because I want y'all to see that celebrities ain't nothing but your life. These people are human beings. So this is why I do the story time. Like, why y'all so, oh my God, George Foreman died. He did die. But guess who else died? My Uncle Harry and my Uncle Henry died. Everybody got to leave here. And George Foreman was what, 78 years old? He lived a good long life. And everybody, I can't believe it. Why? Jesus died. I mean, that's life. But y'all make these people bigger than life. And sometimes, like some of the celebrities that left here, they left here by the choices they chose to live. Like a rapper just died yesterday from Memphis. I forgot his name. He was piled up, but then when I did the research, he had just piled somebody else a few years ago. You live by the sword, you die by the sword. But if I was to say that, they'd try to do me in for telling the truth of the word. I mean, that's the word. So I try to make people think outside the box when they watching all this stuff on TV, because this is what's wrong with these kids, y'all. They live in a fairy tale world. So you have to show them some real life stuff. And another thing I don't want to become a blogger that's beefing with other bloggers. That's what they're doing right now. It's some bloggers right now, Sherelle and Perry beefing with AD2 something and another blog. I'm like, man, they giving us a platform as black people who always had to struggle, fight for anything we ever had. And they giving us an opportunity. AT2, that's him. They beefing with him. Come to find out, everything he's been saying just about allegedly, he's been lying on people for content. I'm not going to do that. Even if I only have 180 of y'all watching me.
Why they beefing?
Because they said he been lying on people. They had him on interviews. And, most of these bloggers make up and fabricate shit. This is why I don't go in too deep with people's lifestyle. Like, I don't go get court documents on Diddy. I don't go find out who Jay-Z slept with when he was 16. I don't care about all that. That's not my business. Now I tell you, Jay-Z just was involved in an allegation with Lil Hands, and she lied,
Lil Hands.
Yes, that little girl. That woman had little hands.
Got little hands?
Yes, and then she was artistic, a handicapped woman. They said her with Diddy and Jay-Z raped her. And I'm like, they ain't touch little hands. If y'all don't get out of here, cut to find. I named her that. Her hands are small as Sonny's, man, and she a grown woman. So cut to find out little hands lied. And everybody was mad at me, so I was victim shaming. I said, certain shit you can't piss in my ear telling me it's raining, man. They did not touch little hands. I ain't believing that. J-Lo was Diddy woman at the time, David. Why he touching little hands? And she was 13 and ran away 5 hours from home. I said, no, I ain't believing it. And it's still people saying Jay-Z paid her off. I said, you know what? I tell y'all like this. If Jay-Z touched little hands and Diddy, they need life. Because if they went that low, give them the chair. I want them to get the chair.
I'm calling that girl Little Hands. That is crazy.
She's Little Hands. There's no way in the world all the women they could have. They looked over.
You'll be surprised. It might be
No, it was an after party, David. She said she ran away 5 hours from home. Hitchhiked where her friend took her, dropped her off, and went back home. They raped her. She called her daddy. Her daddy picked her up 5 hours. Her daddy said he don't remember none of this shit. They saying Jay-Z paid her daddy. Man, he did not touch Lil Hand. But she got other allegations. She got 3 other allegations against dudes saying the same thing and lost.
It's just a movement. It's the Me Too movement, man.
Yes, that messed up everything. The Me Too movement made women say anything, Miss Lorraine. Right now, if I want to be petty, I done told y'all this. I used to be around New Edition all the time. My friend, my best friend, she slept with half the group of Ralph because she know he was off limits. She slept with bodyguards and they were grown. We were 16. If I want to be petty, we could say, you know what, let's put New Edition in this. But I wouldn't let them do it. I'll be the main one on the news saying they lying, they did no, They didn't take nothing. They gave it to them. It used to be girls around the building at the hotel waiting for their turn to get topped off by a group member. So when people be telling me all these celebrities raped them, man, I know groupies. They call groupies. They would get on your tour bus, R. Kelly, and leave Atlanta and come back to Chicago just to be with R. Kelly. Do y'all know R. Kelly is like 6'2", fine as hell? Do y'all think R. Kelly had to just make a girl get on his tour bus? He didn't have to make nobody do shit. Now, the younger girls, I don't know. But all these grown women that came after R. Kelly, that surviving R. Kelly, them was grown women. They saying he manipulated them. No, you was demonetized. You wanted some of R. Kelly. He was famous. He was fine. He had money. He was king to oil. You wanted to get your ass on that bus. And then when he didn't like you no more, he jumped you off at the next city. Now you calling the authorities. Well, you didn't call the authorities. You kept it 30 years. That's another thing. You didn't even call the police. But I'm not taking up for R. Kelly because I don't know him. I don't know if his flavor is young girls. Evidently it is. He married Aaliyah. But damn it, how many dudes you know in your family like young girls? That ain't no excuse. But stop acting like R. Kelly is the worst person walking around here when your Uncle John like your friend. So stop playing with me. Your grandpa probably didn't touch you before. Your neighbor, all you see is young girls going in and out of his house. So we need to stop acting like we so surprised. Oh my God, Jay-Z slept with such and such. So that's up to her parents to make sure she's in her place she needs to be. That's why David said he keep a hold of his daughter because he knows predators out here. And you have to teach your daughters not to deal with predators. But no, guess what they do, David? They put them damn lashes on their teenage daughters. They put them nails on their teenage daughters. They dress them like they hookers. All you got to do is go to a prom. And you would see strippers at the
All you
prom.
gotta do is scroll down social media and you be like, you a double take and be like, oh, that's a baby?
That's a teenager. And she
Yeah.
looked like a grown woman.
Little girl with body like a woman.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. They be body like a woman, but the way they dress, you got these dudes who don't get women, and yeah,
They go talk to them.
you go talk to them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And then you got old heads. Let's talk about the old heads. They get the young girl because they know how to mold a girl and they can get a girl back out there on the stroll. That's how prostitution came along. A man getting in a woman's head, making her feel good, something her daddy didn't do. So that's her daddy now. That's why I hate when girls do this. And I talk to my daughter about this all the time. My grandson, Sonny, my daughter, Gina, and all her friends call him daddy. And I said, stop calling him daddy. He's not your daddy. He's a baby. But this is what these women do. They call a man they daddy. They call their sons they daddy. I don't like that. I said, stop calling him daddy. Hey, Poppy. Hey, Dad. That's not your daddy. That's your son. But see, they make these people their fathers and their dads. And then the dudes get in their head, yeah, I'm your daddy.
that's the problem. These girls be looking for dads.
Yeah, they be looking for
They be
dads.
looking for no husband. They looking for a dad.
And Sonny not even gonna know his name because Maddie and all them, hey, Dad. I said his name ain't Dad. So
Problem, man.
that's the problem, ladies. So talk to your kids, talk to your grandkids, reevaluate your own life. Stop looking for someone to replace your father. And that's what you're doing. You say you're not, but that's why you always got to have somebody in that bed in your life as a man to fill a void. It's a void. That's why you need to go get help and fix your mind before you get into relationships. Do you know how many young men date messed up in the head girls? Let me check your phone. They want to fight. They want to beat their boyfriend like he's their child. Give me your phone. You don't even do that to your own damn child. They'll tell their boyfriend, go out there and take that trash. Go out there and get the groceries in, which a man's supposed to. But if you got 3, 4 boys in the house, no, you teach your son to do that. Now, he's supposed to be there to show them. Come on, let me show you how to get this trash, bro. Come on, son, young man. Let me show you how to get the trash. No, let me show you how you go out there and get the groceries. You open the door for your mama. You do the dishes for your mom. Your mom done worked all day. That's what a man's supposed to do. But a woman to say, no, that's your job. You're my man. And her boy's in there playing a video game. So what she doing is raising the exact same kind of boys that she don't even want to date. She raising them and she don't even want to date them kind of men. But that's her son. Nah, my sons ain't gonna do that. But then you just say you didn't like Miss Frankie's son. You don't like Miss Frankie's son because he the same kind of son you raising. And guess what? When her sons become grown men, let a woman do her sons like she doing Miss Frankie's son. She gonna be ready to tear that woman head off. Stop raising the men that you don't want to date. That's all I can say. I raised my boys to be men, the kind of men that I would want around me, to be kind of men that my father was. I raised my boys to be those kind of men. If they do something different, that's on them. But what I did do wrong,
You
David.
raised me to be that type of man. I'm gonna play it now.
Yeah, he'll play it. I'm gonna knock his head off. But what I don't like what I did to my boys, I babied them too much. This one right here, that one, he's a mama's boy.
You supposed to love your mama though. Yeah.
But listen, what I went wrong, I showed them how to love too hard. I showed them, and I know this sound crazy.
Not me.
Yes. Now you rock. You ain't choir boy
I
no
just
more.
always grew up trying to be my grandfather. I see my granny and my grandpa. I had a healthy, set of grandparents. And if
Your granddaddy wasn't no player when you was
I'm
around.
saying, like growing up, dating, when I first started dating, I wanted to be my grandfather. I wanted to be, I'm not gonna say I'm a provider 100%, but I want to be the man that had a family and I got my wife and my kids. I wanted that.
He wanted what my
It's-
parents
It's
had.
not the generation. You know what I'm saying? It's just not made. It's just not meant to be like that. Not today. No.
Miss Lorraine said, David, you gave her the gut.
Give it a what?
The gut. I don't know.
What's that?
Miss Lorraine a freak, David. Did I tell you that?
She is? Oh, God.
Miss Lorraine was talking on the phone. Miss Lorraine, I'm traumatized still from our conversation. Miss Lorraine is a freak. But anyway,
Oh, God.
I showed my boys too much. I ain't gonna say too much how to love somebody too much because they take too much. Put it that way. They take too much. And I'd be mad. I'd be like, man, if you don't hit that girl in the throat. No, I'm not, I'm playing. But I hate the way they take too much. They would take abuse from a woman before they walk away. And I hate that. I don't even take that. Yes, you will. I don't even take that. I said, wait a minute, Jesus. I didn't tell y'all to do all that. They so forgiving. Well, Mom, she's a good person. And I'm like, but no. It's a limit. And then when you cut somebody off, keep them cut off. You can forgive them and still be their friend, but get out their way. Because what you cannot do is make somebody sane that's insane. And a lot of these girls are insane. Y'all don't want to believe that. They mentally distraught. And they bring that into their relationships and want you to make them normal. They're not normal. They're going to keep fighting. They're going to keep disrespecting. They're going to keep having babies. And there's nothing you can do about it. They have to fix themselves.
I think it became the norm for our generation though.
It shouldn't be the norm.
Because nobody is healthy. Nobody's healed. Like everybody most of the girls I talk to, they probably just got out of a relationship a month ago. I never met a girl after the age of 20 that was single for more than a year.
They don't like themselves.
You know what I'm saying? They just don't know how to be alone. They can't be alone.
They don't like themselves.
They probably got kids where they hate to be at home alone with the kids because they got to live with that, the kids crying and all that. They think about the dad just living his life. So they got to find a man to distract them, you know what I'm saying, from the reality. And now it's just like you dealing with what he left behind, from the trauma to the kids. So it's like you never really go find, unless you find that one innocent girl that's healthy, she probably had one relationship, she's healed. You find a girl like that, stay with her. But that's very,
I said throke to be funny.
that's rare.
He said, I know that's not how you pronounce it. She said, Lord, I'm being funny. Okay, you must be new to my channel. I might say any word funny. But yeah, he's telling the truth. And they looking for someone to heal them. And I don't tell them to hit girls. I would never tell my kids to hit girls. But you don't let nobody hurt you either. You get away from them. You know, do y'all know it's a lot of men in the penitentiary right now because they didn't call the police on all the abuse they went through, and that one time they turned around and they retaliated or had to get away from a female. She called the police and he went to prison. It's a lot of brothers that's locked up and they got that stain on their name that they what do you call it, domestic violence, because of some woman beating the crap out of them and they didn't say nothing because it's not the norm for a man to call the police. You know, then they don't want to hit you, so they take the abuse.
I'm about to start snitching.
I don't care what you call it. You don't let nobody hurt you.
I'm about to start snitching. I don't care.
I'm a bona fide snitch, so it's in your blood, brother. I ain't let nobody do nothing to me, and I'm not taking no rap for nobody. If I didn't do it, I didn't do it.
I almost went to jail a couple times, y'all.
Why?
Just dealing with a crazy woman,
Oh.
throwing hands up my head, and
Yeah, he had a girl throw hot eggs on his face off the stove
because I want to give her my phone.
because she couldn't look through his phone like he a kid.
It's crazy, man.
And guess what? Where she at now, David? He's still with her. So stop it.
We cool.
I'm not cool with somebody throw some damn hot eggs in my face.
I'm just stoic, man. I feel like I live life, man. Whatever happens.
And he did hit her.
Listen,
He didn't even hit her.
What happened yesterday. Every day.
No.
Look at every day as a new life. That's all.
Kanique, Miss Lorraine, TK, do y'all hear David? Do y'all agree with him? He said somebody threw hot eggs in his face, and today is a new day. What she gonna throw? What if that was bacon?
She was just.
You could have been scarred for
I'm
life.
not saying I'm just this just this guy that I just don't care. I don't care. Like if you did that, I don't care. I'm still living. Like it is what it is. That's the type of dudes that girls hate.
Rose said, "What is wrong with you, David?" Yeah, it could have been grits, Miss Q.
It's grits. I'm doing.
But what if he was cooking breakfast? What if it was grits in front of you? She would have did the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it ain't like I'm just sitting here like like an idiot and just I'm gonna stay with this girl forever no matter what she do. I just don't care.
Kiwi, who cracked your ribs 20 years ago? She said her ribs was cracked 20 years ago and she's still in pain. Oh, Lord. Miss Lorraine said, heck no, David.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you got, different strokes for different folks.
Shanti said it must have felt good. You like the eggs on your face, David?
No, they were still cold. They wasn't,
He been a describe. Let me tell y'all, it ain't funny, y'all. But David showed me the video. He did not hit her. You know what he did? He cut on his camera, and he had the eggs all over his head and his face. And he was saying, "Look what this girl did to me." And she standing behind him, saying, "He hit me." You see what I'm saying? What she say? You pushed her.
I'm gonna start recording because they was trying to call the police.
He got it. Ain't that sad?
All right. I'm gonna ask y'all a real question because a lot of y'all are, I ain't gonna call y'all older. No, y'all older though. Y'all probably older than me. What relationships last longer? Good relationships or toxic relationships? You don't lead no toxic. For some reason, people don't lead toxic relationships.
No, because something inside of you that's toxic. You track who you are.
You have the most love for the person that you was the most toxic with for some reason. I don't know why.
No, David wants this fairy tale relationship. So he always see the good in people. So do my son Gino. His baby mama saying, "Now what? Crazy as a Bessie bug." But they keep on giving people the opportunity. She done mentally tore down Gino, and he still say, "Mom, but she is a good person." I'm like, what did I do wrong, Lord? Did I teach y'all to love that damn hard? Because I'm not even like that. So they just love so hard. They always see the good in people and the potential because the girls fool them. They'll do something, and then they turn around and do something nice. David, shut up. Oh, so you can be bought. Long as they can throw eggs in your face as long as they got some money.
They support the hustle.
Whatever. But I don't like vindictive women. And another thing, a lot of these women, they so insecure, you can't even watch a movie with them without them being all on top of your head, want to be smothering. You can't get on your video game and they watch TV. They don't have a life at all. You, their whole life. They spend more time with men than they do their children. That's sad. A woman can be in a room with their man for hours, the whole day, laying up there watching TV, eating snacks. But you can't be in a room with your kid 1 hour without being irritated, mad, cussing. You cannot spend that kind of time with your child. But you spend that kind of time with a man. So that lets you know it's some mental issues going on. That's your child, your seed, and you hate them in your presence. I think some people hate their kids.
That's a damaged woman, man. You know.
No, you know what it is? They see that man in that child, so they hate that child. And they don't want that child around, but they sit in the room for to make a new baby with a new dude. They gonna hate that child next. That's why it's 4 different kids, 4 different baby daddies, and the mama cussing and hollering at them, and she in there with a new uncle for to make another baby. Because she's mentally messed up and don't realize it's her. It ain't the men that you meeting, it's you. Because you're meeting them kind of men. You're meeting them kind of men because you're attracting them kind of men because that's what's inside of you. Because you should be able to recognize at some point in your life somebody that's not shit. Somewhere in your life you should be able to recognize if you done had 4 not shit men, no shit men. Should number 5 be easy to point out? I mean, damn.
No, because dudes be lying, man.
No, you can see people can't hide who they are forever. They can't hide who they are forever. That's why you don't jump in the bed with a man. You'll give him your car keys. You don't move them in your house. Why y'all think a lot of these kids get raped? I can't say certain words. By their mama boyfriend. Because they don't know him. They think they know him because he sleep with them. He sleep with me. I know him. He wash dishes. He pays some bills. You don't know this man. The whole time he looking at your 10-year-old, waiting for an opportunity for you to go to work. And you would sit there and leave a total stranger you only knew 30 days babysitting your kids. I don't believe in that. I don't like that shit. My mother never played them games. My kids never went to daycare. Never. She didn't even trust daycare with my kids. But David, you know that's true. You went through it. A woman would move a man around your child and act like you ain't shit and make him the daddy and don't even know the dude. So it's like, what's wrong with y'all? Then y'all complaining he ain't shit. No, you ain't shit, mama. You got a strange dude in your house every month. But when somebody call you out on it, I hate women. I know women like this.
I had to beat up my baby mom boyfriend a couple times.
Yeah, he had to jump on a dude because she stopped him from seeing his daughter for about 3 months because she had a new dude in the house. And then when he tried to be a man and say, hey, you gonna be around my daughter, I just want to meet you. This kind of sons I have. I just want to meet you, man, just in case, anything happen and my daughter do anything, call me. I don't play with her. You know what this dude said? What'd he say, David?
He said, I want to meet that nigga.
I don't want to meet that nigga. And she stayed with this. He let her know right there the kind of man he was. Your baby father being a man, telling him, hey, bro, you have any problems with my daughter? I'm her father. You ain't got to worry about that one. And I want to know who you are because that's a little girl. That's my pride and joy. I want to know who you are. I don't want to meet that nigga. And she had 2 babies by him. 2 babies by the dude. And he used to mistreat my grandbaby. My grandbaby used to call me and tell her daddy, crying. And her mother, you know what her mama did? She went to the school and told the school my grandbaby had psychiatric problems. Something was wrong with her mentally. She's rebelling. She's mad her daddy's not in the house. So the school go title her as she need counseling because she's telling this man is mistreating her. So counselors had to go and visit her everywhere she went. She come to her dad's house on the weekend. The counselor had to come over there 30 minutes out of the day to see what she's doing and try to see where her mind at. It's nothing wrong with that baby. It was something wrong with her mama. And guess what? Her mama never had a daddy. Her mama grew up really not in a good situation. David pretty much saved her. And she did him wrong for this dude. Now the dude going by his business. He had 3 kids before her. He going by his business, got his apartment. Now she have 3 kids struggling, and she's mad at David. You're not doing what you're supposed to do. He said, I got 1 over there. He got 2. What you mean? I'll take care of mine. Most dudes don't go downtown and fight. He went downtown and fought for his rights. She can't miss a beat with his son. Every other weekend is his. No ifs, ands, or buts. She can't leave the country. She can't go nowhere without David saying so. Because he like, that's my daughter. I don't care who you with. That's my damn daughter. And she be acting like she hate David guts because he's being a father that she never had. She like toxic people. Because if anytime when I was raising my kids and I was dating and a dude said he didn't want to meet my kid's father, I'm about to question him, cuss his ass out, and say, oh, if you don't want to meet their dad, you can't be here because this his kids. These are his kids. We all can sit out in the living room. What's wrong with that? What you hiding? I feel like he hiding something. What are you hiding? What's wrong with y'all being cool? I mean, I'm cool with my kids' father's women. They done been in my house. David, when your dad came for your 21st birthday, who did he bring?
His girlfriend.
Where did they stay?
Crib.
Didn't I tell y'all they stayed at my house? When I tell y'all them stories, I don't be making up stories. I be telling y'all the truth. And me and his girlfriend danced to New Edition, and he was the DJ all night till we got on his nerves, and we were arguing over Ralph, and we had the time of our life, and I told her to come back without him. I don't play them kind of games. We cool. If you offer somebody, if you don't want that person no more, why the hell you tripping? To me, when you got that hate in your heart towards a dude, you still love him. You still love her. Because you would let it go. You wouldn't even give that person the opportunity to bring your spirits down, to be a part of your daily, even thought process. It's like, no, I'm going to against them. We cool. I don't wish nothing but good on them. I told you, my kids' fathers now my little brothers, because I'm older than them a little bit. They my little brothers. I don't have no hate against them. I wish them well. One of them, girlfriend, hate my guts. And I'm like, girl, if you only knew. If you only knew, if he hit the mega million right now, I just want a little bit of money. I don't want him. That shit is over with. But let me see what somebody else said. Stop lying to yourself.
Stop lying to yourself.
I think she's talking about when I be saying people say they over people, but they really not, and they be hating folks. Kiwi say, look at the bull as we go through as parents. Them people that cannot do what we supposed to do. I'm cool with mines too. She's saying what parents go through. If you start from the cradle, raising your child. I'm not saying a prodigal son won't run off in the world. My brother did it. He had two good parents. A person gonna be who they are. You can't make them do nothing. But if you start off from the cradle, putting the fear of God in your kids, making them respect their elders, teaching them the necessities of life. You gotta work. You gotta have somewhere to live. You gotta have some transportation. Not to use people. That's embedded in them. And they're going to carry that around all the days of their life. Stuff that my parents taught me when I was a young girl. And I am an old woman now, about to be 56 years old. I remember. At the time, it didn't make sense. But now it makes all the sense in the world. And I thank my parents for saying and doing what they did. I thank my mother for not letting me go to Atlanta to the Freaknik. When my mother wouldn't let me go to the Freaknik, all my friends was going, I thought she was the worst mama in the world. I said, this is like child abuse. How everybody get to go but me? What's wrong with y'all? My parents was like, you're not going to Atlanta with your friends.
I'm about to leave.
But
My mom trying to go to a Freaknik. I'm out, man.
I didn't know what it was a party. Shut up, David. Don't leave yet, David. Y'all know what the Freaknik was. But now the video's about to come out. And all the people that win us, they panicking. They scared. They fighting, getting attorneys talking about they don't want the videos released. And I'm like, what was y'all doing? My mom and dad knew what they were doing. I didn't know. Do you know famous people involved in this case with the Freaknik? What's his name? Keith Sweat used to have butt-naked Freaknik parties at his mansion. I had friends that used to go, and they were kids. Gerald Levert was there, allegedly. I wasn't there, someone say allegedly. But they got videos of him with young girls. So that's why my mom wouldn't let me go. And I thought she was the worst parent in the world. And now I'm an old woman. I said, thank you, mama. Thank you, mama. I ain't got to worry about the videos because Nina wasn't there. Like Ice Cube said, he ain't got to worry about Diddy freak off parties because he wasn't there. You know, you got to be responsible for yourself at all times. You can't have a baby by a no good thug and it get bad because you had a baby by a no good thug. You responsible for your own body. You responsible for your own life. I know we slip over and make mistakes. I can't say I had kids by good dudes. I could have chose better. But guess what? Without them, I wouldn't have David sitting there. So if I didn't get nothing else out the situation, I got 4 children that drive me crazy. David in my kitchen right now going through my refrigerator. I got 4 kids right now that drive me crazy. But what would I be? Where would I be without them? So, hey, thank you. Thank you. If you didn't give me nothing else through all the heartache, the heartbreak, the misery, the cheating, thank you for my children. If I don't thank you for nothing else, something good came out of it. That's how I look at it. But it's your girl Nina from Unbreakable Strong Woman. I thank y'all for listening today. When David came in, we was talking about Christ, and he was saying how he was arguing with this woman. So that's where it started off, talking about, you know, who he is, and his identity does matter. He is a man with bronze. I ain't gonna say a black man. He had bronze skin. I have bronze skin. This is bronze. And that's how they describe him. And that's what he is. I don't care who don't like it. I don't care who call it racist. I don't care what y'all think. But if you look back in history, I want y'all to show me one white person, one Caucasian person that was walking around Jerusalem. One. That's the desert. Their skin couldn't even take the heat. And if they were white, they was not white long because the heat gonna fry them. So let me tell you, stop believing the hype. Study and show yourself approved. Learn stuff for yourself. Stop just believing everything you hear. My pastor said, okay, pastor said this, but let me go fact check my pastor and see, did he tell me the truth? Y'all keep forgetting that man in that pulpit is a man that started off crawling like you did. His heart beat like yours. He got blood going through his body like yours. He's not perfect. So when y'all be arguing about what pastor did, y'all sound ridiculous. That's a man. I didn't got into it with people at the Potter House. I didn't got into it with people, Jamal Bryant, congregation. Take your hands off God's anointing. How you know he God's anointed? I know they say you will recognize his children by their fruit. I know you will recognize them. But you don't know what Pastor Brian do behind closed doors. You don't know what T.D. Jakes, if he really the power bottom or not. I can't argue if he a power bottom if I wasn't at the party. You know what I'm saying? All I can say, I hope he didn't do that. But I can't tell you if he was bent over at a butt-naked basketball game at Jamie Foxx's house, because I wasn't there. Yes, they said he was bent over at the basketball game. And I'm like, oh, Lord. And people said, Nina, why you want to see the video? Because I don't believe it. You can blink his face out, but I want to see if I see a big-ass elephant booty bent over. I want to see. Because I am not convinced. It just seemed surreal to me. I mean, it just don't make sense to me. But the more the stuff go on, it's starting to come together like these people really just crazy. Did y'all see what Kanye did the other day? I'm going to let y'all go. Kanye got on national TV. Now, I'm the one who was taking up for Kanye. I'm like, oh, he just putting on a show. Kanye a genius. You know, he like the black Elon Musk. He came from nothing. And I said he's a little mentally messed up behind his mama. This brother get on national TV and call Beyonce and Jay-Z disabled son retarded. And say that they hide him because he retarded and dyslexic. And not dyslexic. What do you call it? I forgot what you call it. But his something wrong with their son. We all know that. And that's why they don't show him. Because they know how harsh the world is. He's a cute little guy. He looks just like both of them. He looks like Blue Ivy. And he started talking about the twins in a very disrespectful way. And he don't get a pass for that. You don't mess with God's children. And everybody said, well, he ain't lying. That's what's really wrong. But it is not what you say, it's how you say it. You don't talk about that man handicapped child. So I'm like, he's going to pay for that. But Kanye, he is self-destructing. Kanye slept with a donkey. I hope y'all know that. David, you know Kanye slept with a donkey?
How did T.D.J. say it must make my Lord?
David's still laughing at.
Let him go.
David's still laughing at T.D. Jakes, y'all, when he acted like he was having a heart attack. He said, by strength, my Lord, let me go in peace. David fell out dying laughing. He said, if he don't stop playing, it was so fake.
That's how you know you about to have a heart attack.
He said, how you know you about to have a heart attack? He planned it. He said, I'm going to get on national TV. And then he didn't even fall. How you stop yourself from falling? Then he said he had a major surgery and came home in 2 days. I said, if this man don't quit playing with me. But yeah, it's just Hollywood, man. These people are crazy, Miss Lorraine. They're nuts. We got to be careful who we listen to. And then this is why I make a joke out of a lot of stuff, because these people are clowns to me. I had friends that used to every year fly, or no, they used to drive down to Dallas to see Pastor T.D. Jakes preach. And I'm like, y'all finna take y'all hard-earned money. Car full of y'all dry down there playing church music all the way there. Half y'all got on Sister Sarah orthopedic shoes, and y'all just had on some hoe shoes last weekend. But y'all Sister Sarah this weekend. I'm not going with y'all fake Christians. I'm saying some fake people out here, man. I'm going to call them out. No, I'm not getting in the car with y'all. You was smoking crack 2 weeks ago. Now you praising God and got the Holy Ghost. Stop playing with me. So I don't deal with fakeness, man. And people say, Nina, you're horrible. No, I'm a realist. I'm going to tell you. Like I know that Kanye, I ain't going to say I know. Kanye West pretty much told us he slept with a donkey. So people laughing, he's stupid. If he told you he slept with a donkey, why would he make that up? Why would I tell you I slept with a donkey and I ain't sleep with a damn donkey? So people like Kanye, all you can do is pray for him. He pretty much is self-destructed. He went too far with that one. I'm not taking up for him no more. It's beyond crazy. I don't know what's wrong with him. He finna lose everything. He's no different than Donald Trump and Elon Musk. He won up. I'm not racist. If you act like that and you brown, you red, whatever color, you in the same category. You're crazy. And God gonna make you pay, Kanye. He's going to make you pay. And then he said he sacrificed his mama. So I'm like, what did he mean? I thought she had a BBL and died, but it's something that happened because he said, I sacrificed my mother. So you made them take your mom to be famous, to be a billionaire? Like I believe Diddy would sacrifice his mama right now to get out of prison. He be like, take her. She old. I don't, I'm tired of them blonde wigs anyway and them high heel shoes and them bow legs. Take her. He don't care. Money trump all to a lot of people. Trump all. It's a thin line from sane and insane. It's a thin line, and all of us got it in us. It's a lot of us that cross that line real quick. I did it. That's why I end up in trouble. I went from sane to insane to protect my daughter. And it could have cost me my life. That's why I stay away from buffoonery. I stay away from buffoonery. I'm showing y'all this sofa because I ain't dressed. And I'm going to come back on here later. But David is back. So in closing, David, do you have anything you want to tell the women?
God bless y'all, man. I love y'all, man.
What kind of advice would you give them about being overbearing? Because a lot of women are overbearing. They think they got to smother a brother, and I want to come from a man. Do y'all like that?
Everything is good in moderation, no matter what it is. You don't gotta. It's okay to be. What they call it. I forgot what they call it when women always want to be under their man.
Overwhelming. What do you mean? Smothering.
Yeah, it don't matter. Just do it in moderation. You feel me? Don't do it too much.
So sometimes you like to cuddle. Sometimes you just want your space.
Yeah, sometimes it's cool, man. Late night, watching a movie. But if a man trying to sit there and work on something, or he playing his game, or he chilling with the fellas, you don't gotta be all over his head. Like, just give him some space.
What about a woman going to your phone?
You should never do that. If you gotta do that, then don't be with him. Or, you know what I'm saying? It shouldn't even come to that. You could be with him, but you shouldn't have to do that. You know what I'm saying?
So that's always a
Basically,
no.
let somebody know that you worried. You worried that they'll leave. You worried that somebody else can take them. I ain't never go through that. I've learned. My one time after going through a girl phone, I would never do it again.
Would you found something?
Yeah, you always find something.
Did you leave, David?
Yeah.
No, we didn't, Miss Laura.
I still stayed with her, but
See?
I lived with her. Because I can't just leave. This is where my daughter, I had to get my own crib first.
Okay, you had a plan.
We did decide to, go our own separate ways, but we still stay in the same house.
You had a plan,
So
then you
I got
left.
my own place, and then I was out.
So I always preach about a man having the 3 necessities of life. And I can't practice what I preach if I don't put it into my children. What 3 necessities of life do you have that's yours? Do you know what they are?
House or car? What you mean?
And what else?
My game?
Not your dago game.
Hey, my game is my wife.
His game.
My PC is my wife. I do everything on that. I spend the most time with that. I spend more time with that than my daughter.
That's a damn shame. He said if you take his PC, it's like kidnapping his daughter. But let me tell you, he has his own income, he has his own place, and he has his own car. I lived with David a year and a half. Was that the best time of your life, David? When your mom stayed with you for a year and a half?
She paid everything.
See, that's the only reason, because I paid. You miss me paying everything?
I gotta get out here and hustle again, man.
Why was I paying? You didn't pay anything when you stayed with me?
I was paying you,
though. $200. And I
ain't gonna charge my child, man. They
You ain't no child, you a grown man.
I'm saying my daughter homeless or anything, she not paying.
Your mom? Well, why you charge your mom?
You rich.
Boy, if you don't get your...
Look at what you achieved.
I achieved this from hard work, and all these people watching me did this. I didn't do this.
God bless y'all for that, man. That's what's up.
It was YouTube that helped me get back on my feet, and God put me on YouTube so YouTube could help me. So every single person watching me, y'all played a part of my life and pay a part of my life every single day. I don't get on here acting like I'm God gift to YouTube and cussing people out. Only time I cuss people out when they talk stupid. I do. I block them. But the people that love me, I love you back. I want to see all of us win. And I tell y'all, if you struggling, start a YouTube channel. YouTube will change your life. It may take time. I just happened to get blessed in 45 days to get monetized. But don't give up. You don't give up on that man. David didn't give up on that girl that threw the eggs in his face. He's still with her. So why don't you do that with your life? You don't do that with your life. You give up. That's why I love Will Smith. A lot of people don't love Will Smith. Will Smith is one of the most profound speakers. If y'all listen to Will Smith, if y'all listen to Denzel, Kevin Gates, them brothers got a word. Even Steve Harvey. Sometimes I like Steve. They got a word. And a lot of times they don't practice what they preach. But if you listen to them, they telling you some truth. Like Will Smith put in me, it ain't no such thing as a plan B. Somebody was telling him, well, did you have a plan B? He said, what is plan B? He said, plan A gonna work. If you got a plan B, that means you doubting yourself. Yeah, you supposed to have a cushion to fall back on. That's God. But you not supposed to say, well, if this don't work, I'm going to go here. It's going to work. It got to work. That's what anything in life, the right, see if that gas on. That's what anything in life, it has to work. You're going to make it work. All the time you put into a relationship, you put into a job, You got to put into yourself. You would stay at a job 20 years to retire broke. Dedicated every single day. Don't be late. Wear what they tell you to wear. Yes, sir, boss. Go on vacation when they tell you to. But you cannot stay consistent with a relationship, with your own life, with a business. You would give up on that. But you would give that boss all your time and be dedicated to him. But step out on faith and start being an Uber driver. You can't do it. Step out on faith and do YouTube. You can't do it. The money ain't right because you ain't consistent. Punch into your life on time every day at 9 a.m. and punch out at 6 and see what happens. If you punch in every morning at 9 a.m. and put that time into your business and then punch out at 6 every day like you do a job, watch it pay off. Consistency is everything. And putting God first. And I promise you, he would take you from a car into your own place. And I got out of David's house, and he know he happy. I think David be having freak offs at his house, butt naked midget parties. Yes, you do. I'm gonna pop up one day. You know I still got a key.
Okay.
You know I still had a key. No, you didn't. You lost it, and so I can just pop up and walk in anytime like you do my house.
I won't be there for. I'll be outside work.
What if I come like at 2 a.m.? I gotta announce myself. He changed his mind because he started thinking about she'd do it. She'd do it. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for watching. I gotta cook something for today, and I gotta post some stuff online. I have some stuff I have to sell online. I got another hustle I done started. Hopefully it work out. I listen to David. We gonna see what happens. And
Make the money.
yeah, it's a new. I'll tell y'all about it once I get it going. I don't like to, tell people what I'm doing and tell y'all the progress once it start rolling. But I thank David for putting me on this, and he's doing it. His girlfriend is doing it. I think she's selling eggs. No, she's a sweet little girl. She need to listen to me, David. She needs to listen to me. She don't listen. That's her problem. She's a sweetheart. She works every day. She got her own place, own car, take care of her kids. She just don't listen to people like me. I don't know why. When she start listening, she'll be the bomb. She'd go from throwing eggs to cooking eggs. No, you don't do all that. It's not necessary. And Kiwi, we'll talk. I just been busy. Kanique, I've been busy. I've been focusing. When I get focused, I don't have no distraction, y'all. I just be me and God. I have to buckle down and get some stuff in order. I don't play around when it comes to my life no more. I don't have no room for fraternizing, being on the phone. I have friends that stop by here or there, check on me or something, but that's limited. But I don't do all that. I got to get focused. And that's the only way things start happening in your life is when you get focused. Tunnel vision. It's just me and God right now. And that's why I'm in the situation I'm in now, the predicament I'm in now. Because it's better now. Put it that way. It's better now. But because I was focused on everything else but Nina. It's called my selfish season. I'm selfish right now. All right. I'll talk to you later. Thank you, Tina. Yana, how you doing? He see all. What?
You gotta go down because you're not.
I'm going up, girl. Leave me alone,
Because
Dorian.
you're not at the beginning. Those always
Got that 5 for 5 on the eggs. They talking about you, David. She said she got that 5 for 5. Well, I need to buy Suckers eggs, $10. Shoot. She said $10. I'm throwing everything but some eggs. You'll get some water thrown in your face, not no damn egg. No, don't listen to Miss Nina. Siobhan, don't tell him don't listen to me. Be safe out there, everyone. Have a beautiful day. Have a great rest of your day and week. Thank you, Miss Q. Miss Lorraine said, get your key from me, David. No, he don't know where's that, Miss Lorraine. Roxy said, love it. He see all. David blink twice if you need help. Hey, Kadik. Stay blessed, David, from Kadik.
Appreciate y'all, man. Later.
He about to go, y'all. He'll be back. I'm cooking later.
Charge.
I don't know. I'm gonna cook something up. Oh, you're supposed to take me to the store. I ain't dressed.
Let me come. I gotta go home.
Yeah, I gotta drop the right off.
Because Gina's supposed to be coming and get me to take
Okay,
me.
Deborah. I'm giving some shout outs. Deborah, Siobhan, Roxy, Kanique. My grandbaby wanna shout y'all out.
Miss Mary Crawford, Miss Woodside. Shout out to Miss Kawhi. That's how you say it?
I just think it's cute.
Oh. Shout out to Miss Kanique. What's that?
Siobhan,
Oh,
Donna,
Donna. Miss Donna. Mr. Siobhan.
Kiwi,
That's not. I
Cola.
Kawhi.
I'll call her Kiwi.
Oh.
Tina,
Miss Tina.
he see all.
He see all.
Mm-hmm.
Sees all.
Mm-hmm. Okay, y'all, we got to go. I gotta get dressed. David finna take me to the store. I gotta go get something for dinner. And I'll talk to y'all a little later tonight. I'm gonna talk to y'all about what's going on. Go get dressed, girl.
She lied to me.
I'll talk to y'all what's going on in Hollywood later on today. It's several things. God rest in heaven. George Floyd, not George Floyd, dang it. George Foreman. George Foreman, the great, is gone. He was 78 years old. He lived a great, great life. And he passed on. I don't know how he passed, but pray for his family. No matter how old you are, they still gonna miss him. And what else I was gonna talk about? Real quick about the twins they found up in the mountains. I forgot to say that a volunteer from the fire department was arrested for taking pictures of their body and posting it online. And he better be a suspect because he looked evil, and I really believe he did it. I really believe he took them up there at gunpoint. That's just what my spirit is telling me. And he better get charged. Those boys did not delete themselves. So I'm going to talk about that a little later. And AT2, I keep saying that wrong. I'm going to mention about what he's going through with Sherelle and Perry. And it's another blogger. Because that's kind of disappointing. Because I used to watch them. And I thought they were like, I ain't talking about Sherelle, I'm talking about AT2. I thought he was a good dude. And come to find out, he said out his own mouth, if you got to lie to get your money, get your money. I don't believe that. No. They should take his channel from him. If he's saying that, he let them know he lies to get your money. And who's watching this brother knowing he lying on somebody? That means your drama filled too. I would never lie to get no money. Whatever I get, I earn it. Okay, I'm about to go. All right, I'll talk to y'all later. God bless you all. Happy Sunday. Bye now.